can't stop. You can try, but I won't stop, won't stop.
Well, better late than never. We come to you from historic Crew Stadium in Columbus, Ohio, finishing up match day 18 here on MLS Next Pro. It's Columbus Crew 2 and Philadelphia Union 2. I'm Josh Eastern. Thanks so much for being with us. We were supposed to be with you last night. The game, though, postponed due to weather, so we will have the full 90 minutes for you right here this afternoon. Some MLS Next Pro at lunchtime, if you will, as we look at the standings in the Eastern Conference. Both of these teams right in the thick of the playoff picture. Columbus Crew 2 trying to get a little bit closer to Revs 2 with a couple of games in hand as well. Philadelphia Union 2, they're trying to climb a little bit higher in the standings as well and close that gap with New York Red Bulls 2. So plenty on the line here today. Well, it's got to be a bit of a weird situation for both of these teams. The game was supposed to kick off last night at 7 p.m. local time. It was then postponed at about 10:30 local time, and they have come back here today for this 12:30 p.m. local time start, but it should be a good one. Both of these teams have scored quite a few goals throughout the league this year, and it has been a very even all-time series as well. 2 wins for both sides. Let's take a look at today's starting lineups. We'll start with Laurent Courtois' Crew 2 side that features 2 changes. Of course, Noah Fuson, he will lead the line. He got a red card in that last game out against TFC 2. It'll be Marco Micheletto out on that right side. It's a very young midfield. 3 academy players, or at least former academy players, who have definitely made their mark here in MLS Next Pro. They will hold down the center of the park. On the other side for Marlon LeBlanc and Philadelphia Union 2, 2 changes into the lineup as well. Andrew Rick will remain in goal. It's the same back 4 that featured in that 2-1 win over New York Red Bulls 2. Pierre and Stojanovic will lead the line, and of course CJ Olney, who has been a stalwart in the lineup this year, he gets the start yet again. The players, I'm sure they have been ready to go since last night. They're on the fields, and here we go. It's Crew 2, and it's Philadelphia Union 2, and looked like Columbus was trying something there right off the opening kickoff. Didn't quite work out, as Philadelphia will collect possession here. Of course, Columbus in the familiar yellow and black. In the tan and blue, it is Philadelphia Union 2. Already Philadelphia looking forward on the attack. Tucker heads it centrally, and it's taken in now by Westfield. Westfield, Stojanovic, and the flag is up for offside. We talked with Laurent Courtois coming into this game today. He said about that game last time out against Toronto, satisfied coming off a disappointing loss against Chicago. He said they just didn't play their game in that 2-0 loss. He said he hoped that they'd find some sort of rhythm in the game against Toronto, and it was a tight one, a 3-2 win on the road north of the border, but able to get the job done, remain in that 3rd spot in the MLS Next Pro standings. Hopkins, and play through the middle. Taken again by Erlinson. I guess when you play at 12:30, it's a little bit better for the youngsters. It looks like maybe some of the academy kids coming out to watch Crew 2 here this afternoon at historic Crew Stadium. And under the sunshine as well. Here's Gannon. Touches it infield. Habrun back for Gannon. Trying to slide this forward. Westfield recovered well defensively. Gannon trying to keep this alive, and it is taken in by DeLibra. You look at this midfield, Taha Habrun, Cole Maraca, and Gio DeLibra. All 3 from the Crew Academy and all younger than 18 years old. Maraca and Habrun just getting back from the MLS Next All-Star game last week in Annapolis, Maryland. Richie's just able to keep this in play. Also a note coming off the bench today, Nana Tufor, the 20-year-old, his 2nd season with Crew 2. He is rostered for the first time this season after battling some injuries, so he could be available for Laurent Courtois here today. Tucker gonna play that in behind. DeLibra, and now Gannon gonna find Fuson. No Gibran Rayo today for Columbus Crew 2, his 5 goals and 2 assists. Rayo, who scored the lone goal that Crew 2 scored in the 3-2 loss last time these two teams played. The other goal was an own goal, but it was Columbus that led in that game 2-0 after 24 minutes before Jeremy Raffanello scored a hat trick. Scored 2 goals in 2 minutes in the 33rd and 35th minute, and then got the game winner in the 81st. But here comes Noah Fuson for Columbus. He'll move this out wide for Marco Micheletto. The cross deflected, it's out of play. It's the game's first corner kick. Kevin Fikar is our referee. Looks like somebody may have lost their tracking device. Carlos Rojas for Philadelphia. They'll continue on though. Ready to serve this in. A couple of Union players able to attack it first. Micheletto collects, he'll serve, but it's blocked down. Vasquez getting in the way. Lifted out wide again. Micheletto. It's a heavy first touch, he recovers well. Micheletto trying to get the shot away. It was on target, the first one on target, but it's Andrew Rick who's able to squeeze it for Philadelphia. The captain doing very well just to find some space coming centrally. Not enough behind that shot to beat the goalkeeper today. Andrew Rick, who has played the majority of games in goal. Brooks Thompson, who's on the bench today, he started 5 games this year. Holden Trent as well, he has played in 5 games as well, but it is Rick who is favored today. He's pretty much doubled what each of them have been able to do this season in terms of starts and appearances. As Richie comes forward, looking to play this out wide, not enough on the pass, looking for Maraca. Oh, and that's a giveaway around the goalkeeper, and he's tripped up. Could this be a red card? It is. Stas Lapkus is sent off. Well, not how he was hoping this day would go. It was a misplayed back pass, and Lapkus was caught out to dry. Another look at this, and Erlandson knew exactly what he got himself into when he let that pass away. Stojanovic was trying to turn the corner, and Lapkus, his day is complete.
A red card has been issued.
And down to 10 men go Columbus Crew 2, and now a decision to make who is going to be the player to come off the field for the goalkeeper to come on. Big decision here. I don't believe there is a listed goalkeeper on the bench today for Columbus Crew 2. So this is going to be an interesting decision for Laurent Courtois. So there is no goalkeeper on the bench for Columbus Crew 2, and I think the referee is saying, well, you need to have a goalkeeper jersey for whoever is going to step into goal now. You saw Lapkus, he just handed off the gloves, but who is it going to be? They set up in a 4-3-3 did Columbus Crew 2. Normally, then that can turn into a 4-3-2 with 2 strikers, maybe a 4-4-1 as well. But one of these field players is going to have to slot into goal unless Laurent Courtois wants to bring on a sub. But of course, they're down to 10 men. So that is why there's a delay. They need to have a quote-unquote goalie jersey for whoever is going to slot into goal. I don't know if any of these players have any experience in goal. But you saw Lapkus, he took his gloves off right away. He must have known the situation that there was not going to be a goalkeeper to replace him and rather a field player instead. And obviously this game just started, so it's going to be about 80 minutes plus of a field player in goal for Crew 2. Extraordinary circumstances here. Well, it sounds like Aiden Wolf could be the one coming on, and he is going to put on Lapkus's jersey. It's going to be Aiden Wolf or Clay Holstad. That's going to be the question here. So it's actually going to be Clay Holstad who is coming on, and that is the substitution. So Gio DeLibra, unfortunately, will have to come off. That's a tough way for his day to end. I'm sure Laurent Courtois talking to him and saying, obviously, some interesting circumstances here, but Holstad will be coming on, and he will be playing goalie. His first pro season out of Kentucky. He was the 43rd pick in the most recent draft. I guess he's a taller player that you can put in goal. So he is going to get potentially his first ever appearance in goal, and I think you'd have to assume his first pro appearance in goal. And now it is going to be a chance for Philadelphia Union 2 to stand over this set piece and try to test this novice of a goalkeeper in Clay Holstad. Castillo, one of those standing around it. Castillo will take this, it's off the wall. It's still in play, bouncing towards the end line. And it is going to be out for a corner kick. What a bizarre start to this game here today. They'll play this towards the top of the area. It's Olney. Sends this towards goal. This one headed away. Big collision in front. Players hitting the deck. 4 different players going down. It is going to be quite the interesting day now for this back line for Hughes and Erlandson. We'll look at this again first. Olney just trying to stand this up, put it in a dangerous area. And it was indeed Keegan Hughes to get to it first. Everything different now, playing out of the back, the communication. So that's why those 2 center backs are going to be so important here today. Erlandson in his 2nd pro season, Keegan Hughes his 1st pro season out of Stanford, but chance here for Philadelphia, and a big save there for Holstad. How about that? His first intervention as the new goalkeeper, and he's able to keep it out. If you're Philadelphia, you got to think, let's just try to test the goalkeeper as much as possible today and see what happens. Kruger swings it out wide. Westfield. Find the intended target there of Kyle Tucker. And a chance now for Taha Habroon to break out. Habroon in open fields. Habroon out wide. Coleman Gannon now. Brings it back to the top of the area. Maraca. Micheletto blocked down. Legwenick stepping up. And that's a foul, and it looks like a yellow card will be issued as well to Keegan Hughes. A busy start to this game for the referee in terms of dishing out cards.
Card has been issued to Columbus's number 4, Keegan Hughes.
Pretty much no question there. Castillo. He's given away. Fuson all by himself. Gets around one. He's going in 1-on-5. Now he has some help with Gannon. Ritchie in support as well. Plays the square ball. Maraca trying to slide that forward was Habroon, and it was blocked down by Castillo. A wide open game so far. And now it's Philadelphia streaming forward. It's moved out wide. Stojanovic, the ball out in front. Big save! Oh, what a stop! The flag was up for offside. Holstad had no idea that was happening, and he made a brilliant stop. Who knew he was a midfielder? Incredible. Let's take a look at this again. They had the numbers. Stojanovic, I think he was onside, but I think it was that ball out wide to Nelson Pierre. That was the offside flag coming up, but my goodness, what a stop from Clay Holstad. Holstad now, you'd think he'd be pretty good with his feet being a midfielder. Holstad stepping forward and finding a pass. This Crew 2 side tied for second in MLS Next Pro. Holstad's under some pressure with 6 clean sheets. It would be pretty impressive to get one here today against a high-flying Philadelphia attack. They score just under 2 goals a game. They're tied for 9th in terms of goals per game. They've scored 33 this year. Crew 2 have been solid defensively. Obviously, the circumstances have changed. Again, this played in behind. Holstad comfortable to just take this. And to play through some pressure, Micheletto just has to smash this away. Well, this season for Columbus Crew 2, they've had to battle quite a bit of adversity just within games, coming back in so many results. Laurent Courtois said it just shows how tight all the games are, how small the margins are, and really how competitive this league has become here in 2023. Obviously, more teams joining the league. Both these teams, though, part of the league a year ago, and both teams that were able to make it to the playoffs. Obviously, Columbus winning the whole thing. Philadelphia losing in the conference semifinals against Toronto. But Laurent Courtois did say, we made it hard on ourselves a few times, and I think he'd venture to say this is another one of those instances. Lofted over the top, Holstad just getting his head to it and getting this away. Fuson just trying to flick that forward. When anything that Holstad can give this team in goal today is an added bonus. But what a start it has been for him. Of course, we mentioned the result when these two teams played earlier this season on May 28th, a 3-2 win for Philadelphia. We go back to last year, though, as Philadelphia is coming forward again, flick towards the line and saved off the line. Ritchie able to get this away. A good opportunity there for Philadelphia as they continue to look for that first goal. Another look at it here, play down the left. There's that little flick, but Ritchie just shutting that angle down before it got towards the back post. Last year it was Columbus able to get a 2-0 win here at home and a 1-0 win on the road. The other time they went to Chester, it was a 2-1 loss, but the only time here in Columbus these two teams have met was a 2-0 win for Crew 2. And in that game it was a Philadelphia player earning a red card as well. So this team is, I guess, familiar with 10 men on one side at least. Trying to slide this in behind. Great chance, saved! Holstad again! And Pierre can't believe it! Clay Holstad, the midfielder in goal. Just a great slip ball in behind. Great vision there from Vasquez. And Pierre denied. Vasquez, who was named the MLS Next Rising Star in April of this year. Couple of goals for the 17-year-old this season. And now a corner kick to defend. Some noise in the ear of CJ Olney, who will send this in. Another 16-year-old. It's Holstad to punch it away towards the top of the area and sliced wide. Another great chance for Philadelphia, but Holstad has been strong in goal so far today. Play out of the back again. It's a foul. It'll be a free kick going the way of Columbus. Put this back in play. Holstad comfortable stepping forward and play it through the lines. Habrun. Play that down the line. Micheletto was making the run. Holstad again, way out of his goal. My goodness, he's got to be careful. Obviously, that's what led to the red card the first time. Back for Holstad again. It's not only that you have to put a field player in goal, but then it's so early in the game that you have to play almost the whole first half where you can really get a good halftime team talk and just settle things down. So far, I guess so good. It's still no score. The chest of Stojanovic, played back for Francis Westfield, who will loft this forward. Hughes calls for it and calmly nods it back to Holstad. Holstad out of Birmingham, Alabama, the 23-year-old. Does have a goal this season for Crew 2. Fuson out wide for Ritchie. Ritchie's pass blocked down. Holstad that is just so risky. He's almost acting as a third center back. So high up the field as well. Maraca right through the middle. Galeto on the turn, touched away. Vasquez trying to catch Holstad off his line. And this one rolls out of play. Columbus knows all too well about having a goal scored from midfield against them in this stadium. Go back to the Eastern Conference Final against Toronto last year. And Temi Antonoglou from midfield. That one just a little bit wide. And you can see the pressure Philadelphia wants to play with on every goal kick. They want to play that way anyway, win the ball back high up the field, but it's maybe taken to a different level because of the circumstances. Gannon couldn't get that pass away. It's lofted upfield again for Olney. Olney tries to chip it back. It'll stay in play towards the top of the area. Tucker will have a hit. It may have been a cross instead, looking for Pierre, and it's out for a goal kick. Another good opportunity. Tucker maybe thought he would try for that near post just based on the goalkeeper's positioning there. Instead trying to connect with Pierre. All the numbers back. Holstad. Almost like a rondo, if you will. Just playing out of tight spaces. Here's Ritchie. Touched out of play. It'll be a throw-in going Columbus's way. Obviously, Marlon LeBlanc did not agree with that decision. Red card officially in the 6th minute. Switch of play for Ritchie. Micheletto. Here's Erlinson and Holstad. Maraca lets it run through. Now he slides it forward. Habrun has to turn it back. Erlinson. Here's Habrun. Philadelphia able to win it back, and here they come with Olney. Olney, a little hesitation. Good run here from Olney. Plays it ahead for Nelson Pierre. Pierre looking for the cross in front. It's a tap in for Stojanovic. On the break, Philadelphia Union 2 break through, and they lead by a goal to nil here in Columbus. A great move there for Philadelphia, and they get the job done. It all started, though, from CJ Olney. Just a great run. He'll get the hockey assist on this, but Nelson Pierre put it right where it needed to be. An easy tap-in for Stefan Stojanovic. It's his 6th goal of the season, and the Chicago native has put Philly out in front.
Philadelphia goal scored by number 98, Steven Stojanovic.
Really impressive, though, from CJ Olney. It was just that little hesitation right before he got to midfield that got him all of that space. And then he was able to punish Columbus in the end, or at least Stojanovic was able to do that. So here we go, Columbus now trailing by a goal to nil and down a man as well. How can they respond? Appeal for handball. Rick will keep this in play and prevent the corner kick. Juan Castillo. Here's Legwenick. Back in Big Ten country, Hugo Legwenick, the Rutgers product. Sure, he's played some games just down the road against the Buckeyes. Stojanovic able to head this centrally. Philly able to keep it with Vasquez. Quick passing here, Rojas. Rojas looking for the curler, and instead he got the straight one, and it sailed out of play. As Columbus looks to play out from the back here. So much possession for Columbus, but obviously the shots have gone the way of Philly. And those possession stats pretty much check out. Philadelphia last in average possession in MLS Next Pro. They average about 37% of the ball. But up a man, you wonder how maybe that changes a bit. You all know the style that the Union deploy with the first team, and then of course here with the second team, that two-striker look. Stojanovic and Pierre have combined well so far today. Usually you see that diamond midfield as well, and you're seeing it here with Vasquez playing high, Tucker and Olney playing in the wider positions. And then it's Rojas playing deeper, and everything getting pushed up the field here for Philly as they look to win the ball back with the man advantage. Olney couldn't keep it. Brune, Gannon. Switch of play, looking for Micheletto. Westfield got his head to it first. Stojanovic lays it off for Westfield. Stojanovic. Now Rojas sliding this in. It was blocked down. Fuson and Micheletto. Coleman Gannon. And there is space to exploit on the far side with Abdi Mohamed. Mohamed's cross. Some contact in the area. It's a penalty. Well, the chances coming forward have been few and far between for Crew 2, but they will get a chance to go to the spot. Let's take a look at this again. Fuson making the run, and it's two hands on the back from Kruger going right through Columbus's number 9. And now they'll get a chance to go to the spot. Their 6th penalty awarded this season. Who will it be to step up and take it? It's Jabron Rayo, who scored a penalty earlier this year against Philadelphia. See who gets the ball here. It looks like it will be Noah Fuson. He does have a penalty kick goal this season. It's part of his 4 goals. So it's Fuson against Andrew Rick. Noah Fuson converts, and Columbus Crew 2 is back level. 10-man Columbus Crew 2 at that. Another look at the foul. This coming right through the back of Noah Fuson was Daniel Kruger, and then he earned the penalty, and then he converted the penalty with conviction as well, sending the goalkeeper the wrong way. And Noah Fuson has his 5th goal of 2023, already halfway to his goal total from a year ago where he scored 10. On the way back to where we started in terms of the score. It's all level once again. Plenty of talking points in this first 45 minutes, or 33. Here's Kruger. Kruger, the youngster, 17 years old, named the GA Cup Best 11 earlier this year. His debut against Toronto in April. This cross whipped in. Just eludes Pierre. Player down, looks to be Erlinson. Play continues on with Rojas on it for Philly. Again out wide for Castillo. Castillo whips this ball in. Holstad got something on it, and Micheletto smashes it clear. Look at all the space afforded to Castillo on the far side. Great ball in. Put it right where he would have wanted, but Holstad just able to touch that away. Chance to whip this ball in for Union 2. Put in a good area once again. Mohamed was up to flick it away. Stojanovic collects on the far side. Here's Tucker. Tucker bending one towards Holstad, and he holds on to it. Micheletto. Only going for the shot, deflecting, saved, and then put in. Nelson Pierre cleaning up the scraps. Right place, right time to give Philadelphia a 2-1 lead. It was a good initial stop there from Holstad, but Nelson Pierre converts.
Philadelphia goals.
Again, working it down that left side. It all comes through C.J. Olney. Able to find space to get the shot away. It took a deflection. Pierre had his first shot saved, and then he put in his rebound. And it's 2-1 to Union 2. Crew 2 put it back in play, and now they'll have to come from behind once again. Nelson Pierre able to score his 4th goal of the season. Pierre, who of course scored that brace against New York Red Bulls 2 earlier this year at the beginning of May. Foul here will go against Columbus. As Rojas picks himself up off the turf. Here's Kruger. Westfield. Down the line for Stojanovic. Touched out of play. Here's Fuson. Chested down. And Micheletto. Pass too hot to handle for Fuson, but picked up in the middle by Habrun. Trying to race past CJ Olney. Habrun. Next with Ritchie, and now Micheletto. Ritchie to the end line and just ran too far. Goal and an assist today for Nelson Pierre. Did get credit for the assist on Stojanovic's opener. Tucker. Throw that in behind. Holstad deals with it. Micheletto turns out of a double team. Mohamed finding Gannon. Fuson offside. Moraka. Holstad finds Ritchie. Taha Brun. Here's Ritchie. Ritchie lofting this in. It was too tall for Fuson. It's headed away, and here comes Olney again. And he's been great in open field today. He has plenty of it. Olney still coming forward for Philadelphia. Finds the centering feed. It's Pierre. He couldn't keep it. Another great run by Olney. Gannon trying to flick this along. Used too much space. Another impressive run by CJ Olney. Part of that winning team for Philadelphia this year in the GA Cup at the under-17 level. Of course, they won the MLS Next Cup last July, and this Philadelphia Union Academy just continues to impress in putting good young talent out on the field. They're not afraid to do it, even at the first team level. That's what Marlon LeBlanc has talked about this season. He says, we're really putting out a team trying to develop, and we're hitting a lot of the marks. He said, really, we just need to fix some of those big errors that hampered them earlier in the season. They had the third best road form in the Eastern Conference. 4 wins, 3 losses, 3 draws. This will be another corner kick coming. Finish up that thought. Philadelphia coming in unbeaten in their last 4. Their longest unbeaten run in 2023. Coming in good form, and never an easy place to play, especially against the defending champions. Playing up a man and with a field player in goal for Columbus. The in-swinger, Holstad, there to punch it away yet again. Only comes to claim it. It's lofted towards the end line and out for another goal kick. Holstad in goal, they're really trying to minimize being down a man by utilizing him in build-up as much as possible. Here's Micheletto. and Ritchie. Positive first touch, Coleman Gannon. Gannon coming forward, taken off the ball by Westfield. Didn't really have anywhere to go there. Already 13 shots in this game from Philadelphia. Their expected goals is sitting above 3. They have not had a penalty in this game. Columbus has, and they converted it. Knocked it forward, Pierre couldn't get on the end of it. Ritchie for Fuson. Remember this game being played here today because of a weather postponement from last night. It's supposed to kick off at 7 o'clock local time because of a thunderstorm watch in the area. There were storms throughout the night. Not able to make it happen. This is given away. Holstad sliding in. It had to happen, and he made it happen. Westfield. The cross is taken by Holstad again. I'm talking with the great Columbus media relations team. They say they're not sure that Clay Holstad has ever played in goal, at least at a high level. He said maybe as a kid, but no formal training at all for Holstad. He's been a midfielder his entire career, starting at the University of Kentucky, and now here in Columbus after he was drafted. Ritchie trying to curl this into a dangerous area. Fuson! His second goal of the game, and Columbus has found a second equalizer. Great service from Stuart Ritchie, and Fuson goes bar down. Good build-up yet again. Westfield not able to block the cross down, and Fuson left no doubts about the finish. Bar down, and he has a brace. His 6th goal on the season, his 2nd today. And this game 2-2, nearing halftime, as we are now in 5 minutes of stoppage time. This game apparently was worth the wait from last night.
Sideline has indicated that there will be a minimum of 5 minutes of added time in the first half.
Bigger number for stoppage based on, of course, the red card situation and the ensuing sub, and then penalty. Aside from that, though, it's been a pretty clean first half. Plenty of chances for both teams. Easy on the eye for the neutral. Here's CJ Olney. Olney weaving. Cross block down. Corner kick once again coming for Philadelphia. 5th corner of the game for Union 2. Olney is ready to take this again. One of the screaming kids in the corner. Olney putting this towards goal. There was a whistle before it came in, but Holstad still able to punch that away. Sure, Laurent Courtois very eagerly awaiting this halftime team talk. If there's any changes he wants to make tactically, but since Holstad has come in, obviously you don't want to concede a couple of goals, but he's held his own in goal, and Columbus has done about as good as they could have thought. down a man against a team that likes to go quick upfield, and they can put the ball in the back of the net. There's no doubt about it. Castillo, cross blocked by Hughes. It's a foul and a yellow card coming. Maraca has his name taken. Here it is again. It was head in the air, and then Maraca just holding Vasquez there. Disrupted his progress, and yellow card. Referee had a good eye on it. Olney and Castillo stand over this yet again. It's a four-man wall for Columbus. This time it's CJ Olney, and he puts it wide. Play for Maraca. Final minute of this first half. Plenty of talking points. Habrun looking for Fuson. Foul. Noah Fuson. Head for Westfield. Vasquez. Turned over, collected by Westfield. Referee takes a look at his watch and brings this, let's call it chaotic, first 45 minutes to a close. A goalkeeper red card in the 6th minute. And then after that, these teams have just flip-flopped goals. Philadelphia scoring the first and third goals. Columbus scoring the second and fourth goals. And we are all knotted up at halftime. It's Columbus 2 and Philadelphia 2. Well, of course, it's been a busy week so far in the world of MLS and MLS Next Pro, but prior to last week's MLS All-Star Game, 4 goalkeepers from MLS Next Pro were tasked with bringing back goalie wars. Here's Samara Perez with the recap.
I'm Samara Perez with MLS Next Pro, coming to you from Washington, D.C., and this is the 2023 Goalie Wars.
4 MLS Next Pro goalkeepers, 90 seconds on the clock to outscore your opponent. Only one will be crowned champion. Kicking things off, Huntsville City FC's Ben Martino and Crown Legacy FC's Isaac Walker, who shows off his throwing skills. His mom loves it. Isaac wins the battle of expansion team keepers. Next, Austin FC 2's Damian Laws versus Dynamo 2's Xavier Valdez. He's down by 2 with 15 seconds left, but then
big chance for Xavier Valdez.
You can see the fatigue starting to set in with both of these goalkeepers, though, because this is a session that they're putting on.
At the buzzer.
MLS legend Nick Rimando hyped on the sidelines. We've got overtime where Damian's forced to win the Texas faceoff and advances to meet Isaac in the final. 2001 Goalie Wars champ Joe Cannon ready to hand off the belt. Speaking of cannons, Isaac showing off his to get off to an early lead, which he could hold on to with seconds remaining. But then another crazy finish.
Hey, Isaac Walker can just kind of salt this away. He's going to, I think, isn't he? He knows the time. Damian Lass has got to go quick.
Oh,
does he get it?
Oh my goodness.
The crowd is stunned. We've got overtime once again. Isaac Walker keeps his focus and throws it past Damian for the win. And look at him. He's fired up. He's ready for the championship belt. Joe Cannon gives it to him and also gave him some great advice earlier.
He took our advice to a T. We said it's really close. You got to throw it, try to find the corners, be very accurate, because at the very least, you're going to get the other goalkeeper tired, and that will open things up. He did that.
And the icing on the cake, Isaac gets to share this moment with his family.
How about this? How about this? How about this? Come on now.
And that's a wrap. After a long hiatus, Goalie Wars made its return, and it did not disappoint. We had some thrilling rounds, some going into overtime, and in the end, it was Isaac Walker from Crown Legacy FC who takes home the championship belt. That's it from us from here in Washington, D.C. I'm Samara Perez signing off. We hope to see you again next year.
A great event there in D.C. and here at historic Crew Stadium in Columbus. It's Columbus 2 and Philadelphia 2. A great first 45 minutes, but we'll send it right back to D.C. because after the event, Samara caught up with the new champion, Crown Legacy's Isaac Walker.
What's up, everyone? We are joined by Isaac Walker of Crown Legacy, and now 23 Goalie Wars champion. How do you feel?
I feel amazing. I mean, this was my goal going into it, and yeah, I stuck it out, and I'm bringing this thing home to Charlotte. I'm so happy.
Amazing. What was the most difficult part?
Yeah, you know, it's making the save. The 90 seconds seems a lot longer than just 90 seconds, you know, and sticking it out and making the saves, but also being accurate with your throws. Yeah, that was most difficult. So.
You got the chance to talk to one of the Goalie Wars champions, Joe Cannon. What advice did he give you?
He was actually the one who told me to go with the throw, and it helped out. And he was telling me, be accurate, you can take your time, slow the pace down a little bit, and I did just that, and he won. I guess he knows the thing or two, huh? Yeah?
For you, what was going through your mind on that last play, and what was your strategy on that?
On the last play, well, I was a little bit disappointed he scored. He scored buzzer beater last second. I was like, oh my gosh, we're going to overtime. But it missed in the first overtime, so I was like, in my head, just score this and you win the belt. And so I took a deep breath, focused on my accuracy, and luckily put it in.
Isaac, you had the support of your family here. What does that mean to you?
Oh my God, it's awesome. They're so supportive. It's great to have family here in DC. It means the world to me, and yeah, I'm so glad that I get to share this with me.
Who do you dedicate this championship belt to?
I dedicate it to Charlotte, Crown Legacy, Charlotte FC. It's coming home. Super excited to be a part of that organization, and yeah, I can't wait to bring it home and show all the guys.
Amazing. Congratulations once again.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Well, halftime here from Columbus, and stay tuned. Next week, we'll show you some of the behind-the-scenes footage and some of the competition footage with special cameras the goalies were wearing during the All-Star Challenge. Well, earlier this week, the MLS Next Pro Invitational began from Salt Lake City with Colorado Rapids 2 and Real Monarchs in action. It continues tonight as, of course, Crystal Palace will take on Vancouver Whitecaps 2. Of course, Wrexham faced off against LA Galaxy 2 on Saturday night, and Wrexham will head east to face this Philadelphia Union 2 on Friday. Of course, the hometown of celebrity co-owner Rob McElhenney. These matches will air exclusively on MLSNextPro.com. Well, Michelle has been in Salt Lake covering the MLS Next Pro Invitational, and she looks back on the best from Match Day 17 with this week's edition of The Spotlight.
Match Day 17 was one for the record books. I'm Michelle Montaigne, giving you your guys in the spotlight here from Salt Lake City. We got to start with your MLS Next rising star, Union 2's Luciano Sanchez. Now, this is not his first time winning the award. It actually comes just 2 weeks after his first MLS Next rising star recognition. Sanchez has earned a reputation as a late goal specialist. Well, in Union 2's game against Red Bulls 2, his goal in the 84th minute clinched his team's 7th win of the season. And we told you we're here in Salt Lake City. Well, so is your MLS Next Pro Player of the Match Day for Week 17. Rapids 2's Oliver Larraz earned the honor for his exceptional performance against the home team here in Utah, Real Monarchs. He not only scored a goal right before half, he also provided a beautiful assist to Remy Cabral. And while Larraz was a nominee for best goal of the match day, the honor actually went to the teammate of Sanchez. Union 2's Jeremy Raffanello launched a rocket off a high ball header and sailed it right over the heads of everyone that stood between him and the back of the net. Raffanello slightly edged out OCB's Wilfredo Rivera with a 48 to 45% margin. And speaking of Orlando City B, they are your team of the match day for Week 17. Despite going down a man, the Central Florida squad mounted a brilliant comeback against Atlanta United 2 with just 10 men on the pitch. It concluded with Rivera's game winner that was undeniably one of the most shocking goals you'll see all season. Congratulations to all of our players in the spotlight this week. Trust me when I tell you we'll have a lot to choose from next week with all of the MLS Next Pro action coming to you from Salt Lake City and from Washington, D.C. I'm Michelle Montaigne. We'll see you soon.
Some great action last week. We're closing out match day 18 here from historic Crew Stadium in Columbus, 2-2 between Columbus and Philadelphia. Of course, there's another crazy Sunday in MLS Next Pro. Let's take a look at some of the highlights.
Good first touch there. Ball out to Noel. Valentin Noel taking his defender one-on-one. Great footwork, gets middle! No whistle again. Hanya. Hanya on the ball. Hanya cuts in line. Slots it across. The shot is low and away! And put away for goals. Now can they get one off this corner kick? Larraz. Larraz sends it in. Near post. It's headed and it's an own goal! Miller's shot rolled into the right side. Didn't put a lot on it, but he did send Las the wrong direction, so he didn't have to. Johnson's shot, and it's saved! Adam Beaudry comes up with the heroics for Colorado Rapids FC 2.
Chase Gasper will feature at left back. Brooklyn Raines will be in the midfield as tonight. Rodas and Fisher will provide the center back tandems flanked by Paddle. Trying to put Minnesota out in front. Cameron Lacey right down the middle. And the Loons lead on the road. Raines hesitating and moving it across. Gonzalez for Endoy. Papa Endoy scores! Britton Fisher. Fisher scores! Steps up and converts. August, it's saved! Emmings earns the extra point for Minnesota. They will take the 2 points back to Minneapolis-St. Paul. And Minnesota United FC 2 win 5-4 in kicks from the mark.
Keegan Tingy, Cameron Seeley, and Will Richmond, all with a great camaraderie because of their time at Stanford. Dominated the shots, just have not impacted the score sheet. Hosseini Buddha trying to do that right now. Schneider flips it towards Files of Batachi, who has reinforcements. Kuzain, yes! Now Klein to keep things close. The leading goal scorer has his shot blocked. De La Cerda stays on the line and finishes. Guesses the right way. The ball stays in the air. Cruise control for Mr. Medina. And that does it. St. Louis down by San Jose, 4-2.
Looking at what is to come here in MLS Next Pro and the MLS Next Pro Invitational tonight. Crystal Palace under-21s will take on Vancouver Whitecaps 2. Then the week starts on Friday. Both of these teams in action. Columbus will hit the road for Atlanta. Philadelphia will return home, and of course they will take on Wrexham AFC. That should be a good one then. 4 games coming your way on Saturday night as well, and more on Sunday. Well, let's take a look back at the first 45 minutes of action here from Columbus. What a first half this has been. It all started off this in the 6th minute. Stas Lapkus taking down Stefan Stojanovic. A straight red card. He knew it was coming. And you see the reaction from the goalkeeper, but there was no backup goalkeeper on the bench. So that is Clay Holstad, who has to come in, a midfielder by trade. And he made some big early saves, including this one. And how about another one, as this was put right in front, reaction save, and then was able to push it out of play. The offside flag would come up anyway, and then he would be good for another one, but eventually they would be undone, and CJ Olney really leading the charge for Philadelphia out of the midfield. After he let it go, the two strikers, Pierre combines with Stojanovic. It's an easy tap-in, and Philadelphia gets the first goal of the game. Back the other way, a few minutes later, a push in the back. Fuson goes down on the push from Daniel Kruger. Penalty awarded and penalty converted. Noah Fuson gets his first of the day for Columbus. And then back the other way, the chances would continue. It would all start with CJ Olney yet again, finding some space in field, able to get the shot away. The initial shot was saved by Pierre, but he put in his own rebound. And that gave Philadelphia the 2-1 lead. But it would not be a 2-1 lead for long, as Richie would connect with Fuson yet again. And Fuson has a brace on the day to make it 2-2 at halftime. As we look at some of the stats, triple the amount of shots for Philadelphia Union 2. They have tested Clay Holstad 7 times in goal. The possession, though, well in favor of Columbus, which is maybe to be expected based on Philadelphia not really holding much of the ball in many games this season. But so far, so good. It has been a fun one to watch here from historic Crew Stadium in Columbus. And our score at halftime is 2 goals apiece. Players just about getting set to come onto the field for this second 45 minutes of action. It looks like they have made a new jersey for Clay Holstad. He's now wearing a blue number 8 jersey, so they have made one at halftime for him. He was wearing Stas Lapkus's blue jersey in the first half, but he'll get his own number 8 jersey, and that might be a keepsake item for Clay Holstad. His first professional game in goal, his first game in goal that really we can even look up when it goes back to his college career at Kentucky as well. I would believe, though, that Laurent Courtois, when he's looking at his bench, it's a very young bench, and maybe a few players that aren't that tall either. So maybe Holstad, one of the taller options there, and one of the more experienced. He was the oldest player on the bench, so that's why they went with them. And he has been pretty good so far, probably as good as you could ask for. We welcome you back, though, to historic Crew Stadium here in Columbus. I'm Josh Eastern. Thanks so much for joining us on MLSNextPro.com. This game, of course, supposed to be played yesterday, but weather postponing it until here today. We are glad to bring you the coverage here from Columbus. Here's the whistle, and away we go. 45 more minutes here from Columbus. I think it's fair to say at least the first half was worth the wait from last night. Let's see what the second half can bring us here on this sunny afternoon from Columbus, Ohio. Saying Micheletto threw that ball in from too high up the field, so get a new ball and they'll do it again. Mohammed will put this in. Holstad not only got a new blue jersey, he got new blue shorts as well. Really outfitted him for this second half. thing that's really been interesting with him in goal is how often he has stepped forward and played a very high line. He's almost acted as a third center back at times, probably trying to minimize being down a man. Here's Rojas. Kruger for Westfield. Now Legwenick. Castillo trying to whip this ball in. Second ball picked up, and the shot by Vasquez is bounced wide. We saw it in the first half, just how dangerous that left foot of Juan Castillo can be. To see it here on the near side in this second half, the left back. The sub that was made when Lapkus was sent off was Holstad replacing Gio DeLibra. At the start of this game, it was 3 17-year-old midfielders making up that midfield three for Columbus. DeLibra, unfortunately, his day had to be cut short. Fuson moving it out wide. The flag is up for offside. Ritchie just maybe by a step in an offside position. There's a deflection there, which ruined the timing. For a flag here, it won't come. It's CJ Olney, cuts it back, and it's in. It's a second goal for Stefan Stojanovic. And Philadelphia start this half on the front foot, and they have another go-ahead goal. And again, it all starts through CJ Olney. What a game this has been from the youngster. Plenty of space, he picked out the pass, an easy side-footed finish from Stefan Stojanovic. You can't say enough about what CJ Olney has meant to this team here today. So much of a connector, and now he finally gets credit for an assist. And how about a 7th assist for CJ Olney? Just an incredible number for the 16-year-olds, the player who joined the academy just in 2021. An uber impressive youngster. And now that is a league-leading 7th assist as well, as Columbus tries to respond. This cut back. Nicoletto keeps it moving. Gannon. Coleman Gannon blocked down. Philadelphia can get this away. Mohammed on the chase. It's Hughes to collect, but all he can do is put this out of play. We mentioned the second goal of the game for Stefan Stojanovic. He's now up to 7 goals this year, tied for the team lead with Jeremy Raffanello. Lucky number 7 for both Olney and Stojanovic, as this is played over the top. Holstad is there. You like the chant from the supporters there in the corner. Brick walls are made of clay. I gotta think on the fly for the supporters group today with the chant for the new goalkeeper who's never played in goal. It's turned over, Habrun He will be into the book. Yellow card for Taha Habrun. And just a tough area to play out of. He was sliding in, took out David Vasquez. Set piece opportunity, only in Castillo again will stand over it. Castillo, and he'll have an effort for goal. It's onto the roof of the net. Not a bad idea, just trying to test Olstad in goal. Even though he's been up to the test quite a few times today. Set pieces and how those sort of shots come in can be a bit different. I guess we know the answer to the question now is this has to happen again for Columbus. We know who the backup goalkeeper is that isn't listed as a goalkeeper. Goalkeepers that have played this year, Brady Scott not on the bench today, and another one, Lozano, Jesus Lozano, the 18-year-old. He's been on the bench 6 times this season, but not today. Slipped ahead and too far. It'll run out of play. Habrun. Gannon. It's broken up. This will run out of play. Both these teams coming into play today in very good form. Will that keep up? There's Philadelphia unbeaten in their last 4, with 3 of those being wins. For Columbus, 4 wins in their last 6 after their first ever 3-game losing streak. Here's Pierre. Nelson Pierre going for the curler. Was it tipped? It was, and it's out of play. Boy, if he could have gotten that to the near post, he had plenty of real estate to try to score. Look at this again. Now credit the positioning of Abdi Mohammed. If he can take it right there, boy, he would have a great chance to score. Instead, he got it back onto his right foot, and it did take a deflection out. Kick whipped in. Fuson got his head to it, falls for Stojanovic, and this is sliced out of play. Stojanovic on a hat trick watch now. 2 of the 3 goals today for Philly. Pierre scored the other one. Pierre also has an assist in this game. Castillo. Ball right at Olstad. Maraca and Coleman Gannon. Stuart Ritchie. Ritchie. Turning it back and finding Gannon. Taha Habrun. Micheletto. Holstad stepping very far forward. He has to remind him he's not a midfielder. He needs to be the last man back. Over the top, Andrew Rick. He is there to claim it. Philadelphia has scored 3 go-ahead goals in this game. Columbus has scored 2 equalizers. They'll be able to find a third here today. This one flipped over the top. Stefan Stojanovic. It's deflected out for a corner kick. Again, looking for that hat trick, and he wasn't far away there. Just bouncing around the middle. Vasquez going to ground, able to win it back. Well-measured ball over the top, and Stojanovic was able to get the shot away, but it was blocked. And only will deliver yet again for Philadelphia. The back post this time, looping over the bar. Here's Maraca. Ritchie on the far side. Gannon. Holstad has to be quick, gets by one, finds the pass to Gannon. Gannon was not able to keep that in play, otherwise he would have been in behind. And a substitution is coming on. Luciano Sanchez will be the one to replace Nelson Pierre. First sub of the game for Philadelphia.
Exiting is number 23, Nelson Pierre. Entering the match is number 49, Luciano Sanchez.
Luciano Sanchez, the 18-year-old. His first season with Philadelphia Union 2. He joined the academy in 2021. Could be playing his college soccer later on this year with Rutgers. His teammate Hugo Legwenick played for a couple of years as well. Sanchez comes on. He's on the ball right away, looking for an early cross, and it was blocked down. Corner kick, though, coming. Sanchez, of course, named the MLS Next Pro Rising Star of the Month. It was for the month of June. Sanchez with 4 goals this year, as only delivers the corner kick to the back post again. Mohamed going down. The referee, though, not stopping play as it comes back in. Rebounds will end up out of play. Now the referee will stop play. Well, if it was a head injury, the referee should have stopped play right away. Doesn't appear like it is, though. Let's see if we can find out what happened. Oh, it looked like he just fell hard on that shoulder. That is why the referee did not stop it. And now some subs coming. Mateo Bunbury, Owen Prethis, and Aiden Wolf. Coleman Gannon will make way. Looks like Cole Maraca as well. Casas, who has made his debut just the other day against Toronto. He'll be coming on. Haraka, who was on that yellow card, also replaced. And the other one is Abdi Mohammed coming off. Loft this in behind. It's Holstad who was there to hold on to it. Here comes Columbus. What can they make of this move? Ritchie cuts it back. He just eluded Bunbury. Trying to move this ahead. It's Micheletto to the end line now, and taken in by Rick. That ball did go out of play. Another look at it here. Castillo just couldn't keep it. Micheletto couldn't really make anything of it as well after it was blocked down. So many beige shirts back there for Philadelphia. That's now 4 subs used by Columbus Crew 2 and Laurent Courtois. So 1 more in his back pocket. And 1 sub has been used by Philadelphia in this game. Holstad had to be quick, and he was. Here comes Columbus. Noah Fuson looking for Bunbury. Mateo Bunbury gets to the end line. It bounces around and out for a corner kick. It's Aiden Wolf who will come over to take this. Just 4 appearances a season ago, but did score once in those 4 appearances. A more regular contributor here this season. Actually, he's just surpassed his appearances this season, this being his 5th. Bouncing this corner kick in, and Olney will try to carry this out. Sends it downfield as far as Holstad. Micheletto was offside. It's a long run. Mathis will just have to let this run out of play. He thought he was fouled.
Number 54. Owen Lang-Ristis. He's replaced by number 26. Leaving number 26, Abdi Mohammed. He's replaced by number 54, Owen Lang-Ristis. Exiting the match, number 49, Paul Baraka. He's replaced by number 60.
Through the middle, Vasquez. Here's Olney. Ahead for Vasquez, his head up. He cuts it back. There's the hat trick. Stefan Stojanovic scores for Philadelphia. A 4-2 advantage for Union 2 and a hat trick for Stojanovic. Great buildup yet again. Olney connecting with Vasquez. But is this going to be ruled offside? Sanchez was right in front of Holstad, the goalkeeper, in an offside position, so no goal. This will be chalked off. You could see Sanchez right in front of the goalkeeper. He was in an offside position, and that goal will not count. So it stays at 3-2. Maybe a bit of a lifeline here for Columbus. They have not had much going forward in this second half. Just 1 shot to Philadelphia's 9 in the second 45 minutes, even though they've had 63% of the ball in this second half. Olney Now if you're Stojanovic, probably want that third goal even more now. Prethis. Brune, back for Richie. Finds Micheletto. Prethis. For Wolf. Prethis trying to return it towards the end line, and Rick dives in just in time. Let's go back and look at that offside chance. You see there is some contact there right in front. Sanchez, whether it's offside or even just a foul, that goal rightly chalked off, no goal. And subs coming for Philadelphia. The first one, Boubacar Diallo, will come on to replace Kyle Tucker. The other one, we'll see Edward Davis come on for his pro debut.
Exiting the match for Philadelphia, number 98,
Stefan Stojanovic. He thought he was going to have his hat trick. Wasn't meant to be, but it is Edward Davis who comes on for Philadelphia. A really cool moment here for Davis. He's been on the bench a couple of times so far this year. He's actually in just his first season with Philadelphia Union 2. He spent his previous years in the New York Red Bull setup. He was on the bench once for a game last year with New York Red Bulls 2, but he makes his first appearance in the pro ranks here today. Does Davis, the 17-year-old. Diallo, product from Senegal. He debuted last March. He's a goal and an assist this season as Vasquez scores! Picks out the corner. David Vasquez, his third goal on the year, and it's a 4-2 lead for Union 2. Pinpoint accuracy on the shot. A turnover there. Prethis had it taken off his foot by Vasquez, and he did the rest. That's a great finish from Vasquez. And that 4-2 lead is restored, if you will, for Union 2. It felt like it was coming. The 10th shot of this of this second half turns in to the 4th goal of this game for Union 2. Fuson trying to do it himself. Some contact. The referee points for a goal kick. Looked like maybe went down a bit easy. We'll see it again as Fuson tried to go all the way. There was a hand up towards that upper chest area. Not enough for the referee to blow it. Gwenek up over the top. Diallo's onto it. Westfield's battling, trying to get the cross away. It was blocked down. Diallo again. Davis is in the middle. It's Hughes to step forward and head it clear. Brune. Fuson was fouled as he let that pass go. Fuson is staying down here for a moment. Now he's back to his feet. Here's Wolf. To the far side, it's Erlinson. Down the line, Ritchie. Stuart Ritchie tries to turn the corner, goes for the nutmeg, but he couldn't quite pull it off. The ball went through the legs of the defender, but he couldn't get back on the end of it. I think for it to be considered a nutmeg, you got to get back on the end of it. Prethis fouled, free kick Columbus. Is there anything left in the tank here for Crew 2 today? This has been a grind from the very beginning. Had to play this almost entire game, minus 6 minutes, down a man. Nicoletto will take this. All the way to the back post for Fuson. His header is over the bar. He knew that was a great chance. I mentioned Stojanovic was sitting on a hat trick. Same thing with Fuson. He has both of the Columbus goals today. Just put off by Diallo, who was there defending. Prethis back for Holstad. Rojas gives it away. Fuson gets it out wide. Started more as a target striker. He's moved off to that wing now since Bunbury has come on. To throw into Philly. Of how this affects the standings, Columbus was trying to close the gap on Revs 2. He came into the day 4 points behind Revs 2. Columbus sitting in third spot. Holstad comes flying forward. Well, Philly was trying to create some distance between them and NYCFC, although Philly has played 2 more games than NYCFC 2. He's actually played, tied for the most games in the Eastern Conference, 20. It's their 20th game. Toronto has also played 20. Another whistle and a player down here. It's David Vasquez. See if he's able to get back to his feet here. Like this could be a hydration break. A warm day here in Columbus. Playing under the sun instead of playing under the lights like we were supposed to yesterday. Of course, this game was supposed to start at 7 p.m. Eastern time last night. About a 3.5-hour weather delay before they decided to abandon the game last night and move it here to today. And we've been treated to pretty exciting one. 6 goals to go around. A position player in goal for Columbus. Definitely a unique game. Both teams get a reprieve from the heat here for just a moment. See if there's a comeback in the cards for Columbus. They did a great job to work their way back into the game in that first half, scoring 2 equalizers. They'll need 2 more goals if they want to at least get a result out of this game. And Philadelphia is to win this game. It'll be the first ever winning streak for a team in this series. Well, if you're just joining us, this is how we got to this point, at least here in the second half. It was 2-2 at halftime, and then it was Stefan Stojanovic who was able to slot that one home and make it 3-2. Then they thought they would have another goal. Vasquez trying to set up Stojanovic for a hat trick, but you saw Sanchez right in front of Holstad in goal, and that goal disallowed. And then Vasquez, he won it back, and then he scored it. A great goal from David Vasquez. And that has the score at 4-2 in favor of Philadelphia. Of course, the reason that Holstad has been thrust into goalkeeping duty today is because there was no goalkeeper listed on the bench for Columbus today. It was the same lineups that they put out last night and started the game here today. There were no changes to the bench or to the starting 11 when we started today and from what we got last night. Put this in behind. Prethis, the cross. Chance to maybe hit this from distance. Instead, it's Micheletto. Marco Micheletto puts it in front. It's saved at that near post and cleared. And Philadelphia a chance to break here. Looking for Davis, he couldn't get onto it. Prethis. Davis now all the way back defensively. Micheletto as Bunbury is a target in the middle. Hughes. And Holstad. Looking for that ball in behind. Castillo. Let's head to it. We'll keep this in play. We'll have another debut of sorts. It is Nicolas Rincon who will be coming on to replace the captain, Marco Micheletto. Rincon, 17 years old. He was born in Colombia. He's played last season with North Carolina FC. Also made one appearance for them this year. This is his Columbus Crew 2 debut. Nicolas Rincon. Also played one game with the under-19 squad, did Rincon, in MLS Next. Habrun. Cuts it back, Wolf. Just trying to put that in a dangerous area, couldn't make it happen. Head for Davis, who was in an offside position. That's up for Columbus, the last of the day. Prethis taking off the ball, trying to catch the goalkeeper off his line. This one is bouncing in. What an effort from Juan Castillo. He scores from midfield, and it's the capper of a 5-goal day for Philadelphia Union 2. Now that is the risk you play. Playing so high up the field and then losing it in a crucial position like this. Holstad had no chance, and as long as that was on target, it was bouncing in. It was all of the above, and Castillo has his first goal in MLS Next Pro. The former New York Red Bulls 2-man gets his first here for Philadelphia. He has 3 assists this season. But this, his first goal for Union 2. This one, unfortunately now for the home side, been out of hand. As we mentioned in the first half, this was a possibility today with the way that Holstad has been playing. And we mentioned, of course, what happened last year with Temi Antonoglu scoring from midfield as well in the Eastern Conference Final. Juan Castillo is the one to get it done here today. Oh, and it's another giveaway. Holstad trying to battle back into it. Sanchez looking to get a shot away. He wasn't able to do so. Still, though, the chance is there for Diallo. And Davis, he was waiting in the middle. Sanchez couldn't make anything of it either. Bouncing towards Holstad, he'll take this in. Philadelphia shots on target, 25 total, 10 of them on target. It's been an onslaught on Clay Holstad today. He's honestly made some incredible saves, and based on the situation, it's been a standout effort today, but 5 goals put past him. That is the unfortunate part for Columbus. Putting some pressure on, back for Holstad. What is left in this game? Two Philadelphia subs waiting for the next dead ball. Does go out of play, which means those 2 subs can be made right here. The first one, we'll see Alex Perez come on to replace Carlos Rojas, and it will also be a debut coming for Neil Pierre. He is the brother of Nelson Pierre, so a great day for the Pierre family.
Alex Perez.
A goal for Nelson, and a debut here for Neil, who played at MLS Next All-Star 2023, won the GA Cup with the under-17s as well. He'll come on to replace Daniel Kruger, and that is the 5th and final sub of the day for Union 2. Here's Pierre. Slotting in at center back, so a couple of like-for-like changes. Perez right into that midfield. And Pierre onto the back line for Kruger. Here for Preface in the dying stages of this one. Advancing right through the middle. Richie He was pulled back by Diallo. It'll be a yellow card and a free kick coming. Another look there, and yeah,
Yellow card has been
no
issued
doubt
to
about it.
Philadelphia's number 52, Boubacar Diallo.
So a set piece opportunity. It's Noah Fuson who will take this on. Fuson trying to test Andrew Rick. Fuson off the post! My goodness, rattling the woodwork. Trying to keep the play alive. Hone. Back for Prethis. We'll try to send this towards goal. It's too close to Andrew Rick. He'll cover it up. I think the post is still shaking after that one. Fuson trying to pick out the corner. Oh, he hit it. That may have been off the elbow right there, right off the corner. And he hit it square. It came right back into play. Great effort from Noah Fuson, who was looking to complete his hat trick in style today. That is just cleared away by Hughes. Both these teams right back at it later this week. Of course, Philadelphia, they will be taking on Wrexham in their next game. Hometown game for co-owner Hugh McElhaney as this is played ahead. Pierre going to ground, couldn't keep it. It's Noah Fuson. Philadelphia did very well to get bodies back behind the ball, but Fuson was fouled. And he might have another chance now to take on this set piece and maybe complete his hat trick once again. Columbus, they'll be heading to Atlanta on Friday. Now it's a set piece coming for Crew 2. Not necessarily the way you want to end this game if you're Philadelphia. Out in front by a wide margin. But some fouls here at the end of the game. This is Noah Fuson all the way. Fuson though rolls this in. Chance in front, but the shot is wide. It took a deflection. Just tried something off the training ground there. It wasn't a bad effort. So
Ladies
close
and gentlemen,
there.
The fourth official at the sideline has indicated that there will be a minimum of 2 minutes of added time.
Will be 2 minutes added on at the end of this. Swinger the way to the back post. Cleared away and then thumped downfield. Holstad, one more touch in his goalkeeping career. Perez trying to go quickly. It's thrown in for Sanchez, trying to chip the keeper, and this one loops in. Luciano Sanchez, a rainbow goal for Philadelphia Union 2. It's the cherry on top of a brilliant goal-scoring day for Philadelphia Union 2. 6. Catching Prethis out there, and Sanchez going up over the top. Looping in past Holstad, and another goal scorer to celebrate today. MLS Next Pro rising star in the month of June. He now has his 5th goal this season. advance forward here. Fuson to cut this back. Oh, got a touch to it. It's a goal kick. We're through the minimum of 2 minutes. We'll see how much remains in this one. There is the whistle, and this one has come to a close. Well, it was 2-2 at halftime, but 4 unanswered goals in this second half for Philadelphia Union 2, and they end up with a dominant display this afternoon in Columbus and come away 6-2 winners. What a result this is on the road. Obviously, a bit of a weird one from a Columbus perspective with Holstad as the goalkeeper for close to 90 minutes when you include stoppage time. But this is how it finishes. Let's take a look at today's man of the match. It is presented by Adidas, and let's pick out Stefan Stojanovic. Obviously, so many different goal scorers today for Philadelphia, but he was above the rest. He was able to put 2 in the back of the net, nearly had a third. And Stefan Stojanovic, our man of the match, presented by Adidas, gets one in both halves. And that one just a side-footed effort, able to beat Holstad for his brace. So a celebratory trip back home for Philadelphia Union 2. Columbus Crew 2 back to the drawing board as they hit the road for Atlanta. Philadelphia's home for Wrexham on Friday. For our entire MLS Next Pro broadcast crew, I'm Josh Easter. Once again, our final score, Columbus 2, Philadelphia 6. Don't forget you can watch MLS Next Pro all season long at MLS Season Pass on Apple TV and MLSNextPro.com. Good day from Columbus.
This copyrighted broadcast
of MLS Next Pro may not be retransmitted, reproduced, or rebroadcasted without the express written consent of Major League Soccer.